Wow. Hey guys, it's Yankee Prepper, and summer has just been fantastic for myself and my family this year. The weather's been as close to perfect as it can get, at least for me, and just the activities that we've been enjoying. It's been a great family summer. However, fall is coming up, and it's this time of year, usually in August, that I start preparing my dehydrated meals for camping and hunting and canoeing into the fall. And this is a great recipe that my family loves, my kids love, but it also doubles as dehydrated meals that I put away in the freezer for later use. Red beans and rice is a family favorite of ours, and it's a staple food when I'm hunting or canoeing or camping. The ingredient list is pretty simple. 2 bell peppers, I like to mix up the colors just so it looks better on the plate. 1 medium onion, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, some chicken broth, a can of diced tomatoes, 12 ounces, 3 cans of beans. I like to use 2 cans of dark kidney beans and 1 can of pinto beans, smoked chipotle peppers, some rice, your favorite Cajun seasoning. I've got some Tony Chachere's, I got Louisiana Cajun seasoning, I've even got Old Bay. It just depends on what you like or how you feel. My favorite is the Louisiana Cajun seasoning for this recipe. You're going to need some black pepper, some hot sauce, and sausages. If I was going to serve this just as a meal tonight with my family, I would buy some high quality sausages that didn't have quite as much processing or preservatives in them. But because I'm going to be dehydrating this meal, I always look for low fat sausages. Hillshire is not a bad way to go. This is smoked sausage, but it's half the fat. And that's what I'm looking for. Whenever you're going to dehydrate a meal, you want to get the fat out of there. So you might as well just go low fat to start with. Fat is what's going to go rancid and ruin the meal on you when you dehydrate it. So you want to get rid of all the fat that you can. I'm also going to make some corn dodgers, some dehydrated corn bread to go with this. So I got a couple boxes of Jiffy. It was on sale and I picked it up. Now as the video plays out, occasionally I'm going to be pointing out the differences between if I were preparing a meal for my family and or I'm preparing my meal for dehydration, like I did when I was telling you the differences in sausages. If I, whether I'm buying a low-fat sausage with a lot of preservatives as compared to buying, fresh sausage that's not as processed or has as many preservatives in it. Because I'm preparing this for dehydration, I'm going to cut my meat into smaller pieces. Whereas if I was cooking this for my family, I would have bigger chunks of sausages in there. When you're dehydrating, you want your meat to be smaller. I mean, ground beef is the best way to go. I've often thought about just grinding the sausage up. But I can get away with thinly slicing it and then cutting it in half. It takes a little longer to do this, but that really needs to be done if you're going to dehydrate meat. Small pieces. Once I'm done slicing the sausage up, I'm going to cook it up and melt some more of that fat out of there. Don't add any oil to this. Just kind of render it out of the meat itself and keep stirring it on high heat. After about 15 minutes on high heat, medium high anyway, I've rendered the fat out of it and put a little brown on the sausage. Then I rinse the sausage off with hot water. Now again, I'm trying to drive this home. You wouldn't do this if you were fixing this for dinner tonight. Whatever meat you're using, whether it's chicken or hamburger, you start off with very low fat, 92% hamburger, and render all the fat that you can get out of it. And then you have to rinse it out with hot water. I've rinsed my kettle out and I put about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. Any vegetable oil will work. I just want something other than animal fat because this won't go rancid. Then I'm going to add my peppers and onions. I'm just going to saute that until they're soft. Okay, for me it does make a difference when you add the ingredients. The first thing I'll add after the peppers and onions are soft is the garlic. I'll mince that up, give it a quick stir just to bring out the flavor. Wow. Man, if you could smell that, that's awesome. And that's it, 20-30 seconds of that. Then I'll add the minced chipotle pepper. Same thing, 20-30 seconds. I'm just trying to scorch that. Then I'll put in my 2 tablespoons of Cajun spice. My teaspoon of fennel. Fennel may be sound like a funny ingredient to add to this, but it's like the secret ingredient that just touches it off. Scorch that for 15 seconds. Then add your chicken broth. Once that comes to a boil, I'll add the tomatoes. I'll bring that up to a boil and add your beans. Once that comes back up to boil, then add your sausage. This just smells fantastic right now. Add my teaspoon of pepper. I also add my hot sauce, probably a couple teaspoons, but to your taste. Now this is another one of these moments when this recipe takes a fork in the road depending on how you're using it. If I was serving this tonight, I would serve it over a bed of rice and I'd boil this down into a thicker gravy. But because I'm planning on using this for dehydrated meals for this fall, I'll add a couple cups of rice right now. I'm going to simmer this with the rice in there for about 20 minutes covered. And guys, this is a very nutritious, very simple meal to make. My family loves it. It's very hearty in the field, easily dehydrated and easily rehydrated. But the great thing about it is it's so cheap. I think the way I bought this with the ingredients list, it worked out to about $2 a serving, maybe $2.20 at the most. And it's a big serving. I'm talking large servings when I dehydrate packs for going canoeing or camping. It's just a really cheap meal, really nutritious and easy to make. After about 10 minutes it really starts thickening up. So just give it a good stir. Give it another 10 minutes so that rice can cook through. When you're done, this is what it'll look like. It's a very thick mixture. And the hardest part is not eating it immediately. It smells delicious and it tastes delicious. And again, this makes 12 very large servings. I would say it's double what you'll get from Mountain House or any other name brand dehydrated meal. Now we're going to wait for this to cool down enough to get it into the dehydrator. Once we get it in there, we'll dehydrate it and then we'll individually pack it into meals.